It's all about technical analysis,
Hmm.
and you'll often see their unique yellow charts.
Those are quite distinctive.
Yeah. So our goal here is to really unpack crypto info's main ideas and see how they work in practice with a specific analysis they did.
Okay, sounds good. And what's really central to how Crypto Infos operates, I think, is this really strong belief they have.
Which is,
Well, that technical analysis isn't just one way to look at markets, but it's actually the most superior way.
superior. That's a strong word. Why, though?
It comes down to what they call real action. Actual people putting their money down, buying, selling. Like the old saying, put your money where your mouth is. That's what charts show.
Okay, so it's about tracking the actual transactions.
Hmm.
But how does a chart, just lines and bars, capture all that information? It seems simple.
Well, according to Crypto Infos, every single candle on the chart, those little bars showing price movement, contains everything you need.
Everything, like what?
Like what everyday folks are doing, what the big players, the whales, are up to, and even where the so-called smart money is deciding to buy or sell. It's all supposedly reflected in the price patterns.
Huh. So if that's all in the chart, what about all the news? The company reports, economic data, all that stuff.
Yeah, that's where Crypto Infos really departs from the crowd. They argue that stuff, the news, the fundamentals, while it makes for good headlines, maybe some clicks,
Hmm.
it's far less useful for actual trading decisions. That's their view. Maybe helpful in tiny specific cases, but generally not so much.
So relying on the news could actually be, well, a distraction. Is that the idea?
Precisely. It challenges that whole idea that you need to follow every headline. Crypto Info seems to say, look, the effect of all that stuff, if it matters, will show up in the price action anyway. The chart tells the real story.
Right. It's a shift from cause to effect almost.
Yeah.
Focusing on the result, the price.
Exactly. You're looking at the direct outcome of supply and demand, not trying to guess how some news might eventually play out.
Okay, that's a clear philosophy. Let's make it concrete.
Yeah.
How does this apply to, say, their recent analysis of P&G? Using those yellow charts?
Good example. So looking at P&G on the one-day chart, Crypto Infos flagged the status as bullish.
Bullish, okay. Why?
Their observation was, we pumped and crushed the target. Basically, the price broke strongly above a key resistance level. Big buying came in.
Got it. So, upward momentum. What now?
Now, they said they're waiting for a retest of the support. This is pretty standard technical stuff. The price might dip back to that level it just broke.
To see if it holds, like testing the new floor.
Exactly. To confirm it as solid support before maybe heading higher.
Okay, so based on that, what potential moves did they map out, upside and downside?
Yep, they laid out scenarios. If the pump continues, if buyers stay strong, the next target they identified is around 0.045 cents.
And if it doesn't hold, if it gets rejected there?
If sellers take over, then the first downside target to watch would be about pido 0.025. Very specific levels derived straight from reading that chart action.
And that, for you listening, is kind of the point of this approach. It aims to give you clear, actionable levels based on recorded buying and selling, filtering out some of the surrounding noise.
Clarity is the goal.
So wrapping this up, the big takeaway from our dear friend Crypto Infos is this focus on technical analysis for clarity and directness. It's about the real action.
Yeah.
So a big thank you to our dear friend Crypto Infos for sharing their perspective.
Yeah.
And definitely look at this crypto info for yourself.
And maybe something to think about is this. If you did primarily focus on just the real action shown in the charts, how might that change how you filter all the complex information out there? Could it offer a clearer lens away from just headlines and, general noise? It's an interesting way to think about navigating these markets.